All right, welcome back. We are making our approach onto Mauritius Island. It's in the Indian Ocean, about 500, almost 500 nautical miles east of Madagascar. And for all this talk about leaving Africa, I never really gave it much thought. I should have, but technically we are still in Africa. This island is still considered East Africa. It's on the continent of Africa. And so we're still here, but we're getting on the outskirts for sure. I just thought I would keep you in the cockpit here for the remainder of the flight, even as we just do the flyovers. I won't do any cutscenes now until we land, which is going to be about 18, 19 minutes till we touch down. So we'll just enjoy some of these scenery and sights coming up as we get closer. We've been flying for quite a while. As I said, it was almost 500 nautical miles once we left the coast of Madagascar. I think probably like 470 plus, but close to 500 nautical miles, so quite a hike. Fuel's fine, a little bit lower, but I decided to push the throttle a little bit just to get us here a little bit quicker. Normally I'd fly a bit more conservative, but that would have taken me probably a full hour longer to get here. And since, you know, fuel is cheap, I just thought I'd go ahead and burn as much as I could while leaving me a few hundred gallons just in case something happened for emergency purposes. So yeah, we are getting real near here, approaching some great sights. And I guess the first that we're really approaching here is this Morne Brabant, I believe it's pronounced. It's a peninsula. It's that peninsula that we're flying over. And the dominant feature of this peninsula is this really large, I guess it's considered a monolith. It's about 1,800 feet above sea level, so pretty significant. And yeah, it's I guess it's primarily made of basalt. The actual composition of the monolith itself. So it's really cool. I looked at some pictures in this area as we were planning our trip, and just some...
Cessna 316, you're leaving my airspace. Resume own navigation. Contact Mauritius approach on 119.1. Good day.
Going to 119.1 Cessna 316. Mauritius approach Cessna Juliet November 316 3,000 feet.
Cessna Juliet November 316 Mauritius approach altimeter 29.90. Continue as planned.
So this little bay here area is, you know, on the, I guess the eastern side, you say, or of this peninsula here. Down there, I guess is there's this what they call an underwater waterfall. And it's just an optical illusion down there, but I guess just the way the currents meet, it's pretty stunning visual. What a really cool place to visit. And down there along the coast, there's some great areas to swim as well. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Now, this is interesting. So I'm thinking about golf courses. There's a couple of golf courses right here. There's like one called Awali, and then another one Avalon. I think that might be Avalon right there. So anyways, pretty cool. So, you know, come golfing here, maybe on a break on a nice day.
Cessna Juliet November 316. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Cessna Juliet November 316 Mauritius approach. Clear through the Charlie airspace.
cleared through Charlie airspace, Cessna 316.
Right. Yeah, this is just beautiful too. I mean, just the forestation, you know, it's kind of surreal, you know, you're flying in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Oh, and by the way, let's have it for let's hear it for navigation and computers and satellites. My goodness, I mean, you know how easy it would be to miss this island. You know, when you're over it, it seems so big, but I can just imagine, you know, you're a little off course and you can potentially fly right by these things. But I mean, just look at the dense forestry in this national park area here. Just amazing. In the middle of all this expanse, just this perfect collection of islands that just sprout up over in this region. I mean, obviously volcanic in nature. Just great. So yeah, we're continuing to fly a little bit. I program a couple points in our navigation system to help us with our approach. And also give us a bit more of a tour of the island as we land. As you can see, I mean, it's certainly small enough to navigate. You know, we can take a car and go ahead and explore some of this area. I guess it wouldn't be too surprising for you to hear there's a handful of really beautiful waterfalls throughout the island as well too, and that would certainly be something to enjoy as well too. Great views as we fly towards the lake here. It's about where we're going to make one of our turns. A little past it. Actually, it's oh, probably over there somewhere, I think. The actual university is in this area too. The actual University of Mauritius. Some farmlands over here as well too. Again, it's just fascinating, you know, just the diversity from some of the inland lakes to the mountains to the waterfalls to some of the flat grassy areas that work well for farming. Such great diversity as well here too. Yeah, I think this is the area that the actual university is at, somewhere in here. And also in that direction, I might be a little bit off here, is Port Louis or Port Louis, which is the actual capital city here. Probably have about 150,000 people, I think I read. All right, so about 11 miles away. Let's go ahead and just our prop RPM, fuel condition, full, rich. And we'll back down on this throttle quite a bit. Probably need to even back down a little bit more sooner. And okay, full disclaimer here, folks. Okay, so I enjoy doing this. This is super fun to me, and I am getting better as I go. But in no way am I a amazing pilot here. Landings are not easy. Sometimes what I do is I just adjust the autopilot to get me on a nice glide slope, just, you know, while I can, because it also adjusts flaps for me. I can work on my airspeed, and then when I take over full manual, then I'm at least mostly in control here. And I don't fly enough to do this, and I'm super familiar with this, but hey, you know what? I've got us on the ground safe every time, okay? Obviously, or maybe it's not, I shouldn't say obviously. You know, good landing speed, I don't know, probably around 400 feet per second. Up. 400 feet per minute. Not per second. That would be unfortunate. That would not be a good ending. So, so yeah. You know what I should do is I should just practice some touch and go landings, just to get familiar a little bit more. But either way, I'm comfortable enough. I know the plane enough. And we get on the ground. Alright, so I'm a little high. And again, I'm just using this to get me in the vicinity before I go ahead and fly full manual. I'm going to go ahead and tweak us a little bit so we're getting a better approach here. So we're a little off on that runway.
Mauritius Tower Cessna Juliet November, tree 16 is 5 miles northwest, 1,600 feet, with Alpha to land.
Cessna Juliet November, tree 16 Mauritius Tower. Altimeter 29er, 1 wind 107 at 8. Fly straight in runway 14. Cessna tree 16 wind 107 at 8. Cleared to land runway 14.
Flaps down.
Cessna tree 16, please acknowledge.
Oh, for Pete's sake, co-pilot, come on.
500.
Cleared to land runway 14 Cessna, tree 16.
I misjudge these crosswinds. Well, lesson learned. You got to pay more attention to that. Looking okay though. again, most of you that are probably watching me just enjoy this hobby in general. But for those of you that don't know, off to the left of the runway there, you see those lights. There's only one white light on right now. There was two on a moment ago. One, or none is bad, but one means you're too low, right? But you should have two white lights. Now I overcorrected. Anyways, so those are those little white things that you see out there. And I'm coming in a little slow. Which is why I'm flopping around here a little bit too. I mean, not crazy crosswinds, but... Alright, we're good, we're good. Just a little slower than I want. And this yoke is so sensitive once I get to the ground too. I'm always... gotta tweak that. Ay, ay, ay. I'm down. Good grief. Okay. There we go. Touchdown.
Cessna 316, turn next taxiway.
I was going so slow, I was practically at taxi speed when I touched down. Alright. So, we are here. That was fun. Hope it was enjoyable watching. I just enjoy learning. Like I said, it's less about the yoke. It's less about the... I shouldn't say it's less about. It's not just the flying. It's the whole adventure too. Yeah, my yoke controller, I gotta adjust the sensitivity on this. It's way too touchy.
Cessna 316, turn next taxiway.
Yes, sir.
Cessna 316, contact ground on 118.1.
All right.
118.1 Cessna 316.
So, we'll park the plane here. I'll shut it off, and then we'll start making another island hop as we continue across. I'll be curious once the islands start changing from the continent of Africa to the continent of Asia. We'll see as we go here. I haven't even looked at that. But yeah, this is really cool. A lot of fun places to go and visit here. So, welcome to Mauritius. I'm going to go park the plane. And thanks for joining. I really find it fun that some of you are actually watching along with me. So, go ahead and subscribe if you want to see some more. And always love some comments. If you found anything more interesting, less interesting, something that you might want to do next time, or want me to do next time rather, I'd be happy to cover or commentate on more things as I go here. But just know I am learning as we go too, including my piloting skills. But that's all good. Well, thanks again, and tune in as we continue the journey. All right, God bless.